Hello, smart people. Mr. H here. In this video, I'm going to walk you through Aleks 6-1, graphing the system of linear equation. We're going to start with problem number 1. For each ordered pair, determine whether it is a solution of the system of equations. Okay, so they give you, this is the system of two linear equations, and they give you the set of 4 points, and they ask you is each of them a solution of the system. So basically, for the first practice, we didn't learn how to solve the system yet. The big idea is when you graph it out, you can see two lines, they're going to intersect as 1 point. So there's only one solution for this. So one of this 4 will be a solution, and the other 3 will be a no. All right, so what we're going to do is check solution for now, okay? And we're going to talk about how to solve for it in a second after this problem. So we're going to check the problem, the first solution, 8 and -5. This is the x value. This is the y. So we're going to check with the first equation, 3x minus 2y equal to -4. We know x is 8, so which means 3 times 8 minus 2, and the y is -5. So we plug in -5. Okay, equal to -4. And are they true? Is it true? So 3 times 8 is 24. Minus -2 times -5 is positive 10. Is that equal to -4? It's obviously it's not. This is 34 cannot equal to -4. So we can say no right away. We don't need to check the second equation. Okay, if they pass the first equation, we're going to check the second one. If they fail the first equation, you don't have to go further. All right, so now we're going to look at the next point, 4 and 8. So x is 4 and y is 8. Same thing, we're going to use the first equation, 3x minus 2y equal to -4. So that will be 3 times x is 4 minus 2 times y is 8. Okay, is this going to be equal to -4? So 3 times 4 is 12 minus 2 times 8. Sorry, 2 times 8 is 16. Is that equal to -4? 12 minus 16 is -4, equal to -4. So this is a correct answer. It's a yes. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't say yes yet because it's just one equation. We need to check the second one. Okay. So happy with that answer. So that they satisfy the first equation. You have to check for the second one. 2x plus 5y equal to -9. Same thing, we're going to plug in x is 4 like we did earlier. X is 4 and y is 8 plus 5 times 8. All right. All right, so are they equal to each other? 2 times 4 is 8 plus 5 times 8 is 40. There's no way it's going to be equal to -9. This is 48 and it's not equal to -9. So even it's passed the first equation, it's failed the second one, it's still a no. That tells me that this point is on the first line, but not on the second line. All right, now we look at the next solution. The next point is going to be -2 and -1. 3 times x minus 2y equal to -4 is based on the first equation. We plug in x is -2, so 3 times -2 minus 2 times -1, is that equal to -4? 3 times -2 is -6. -2 times -1 is +2. Is that equal to -4? The answer is yes. This is equal to -4. So they passed the first equation. We have to check the second equation. All right, so second equation, 2x plus 5y equal to -9. We plug in the same numbers, -2 and -1. So 2 times -2 plus 5 times -1 equal to -9. 2 times -2 is -4 minus 5. That equal to -9. Yes, same sign we add is -9 equal to -9. So it's a yes. And this one will be no. Because this is two linear line, they only cross as one point. If you find out the solution, the rest going to be no. All right, so I need to clear this up and select my solution. No, no, yes, and no. Check. All right, we're heading to number 2. Okay, so it's the same idea for number 2. So I'm going to skip this one. We're going to go to number 3. All right, number 3, for each system of linear equations shown below, classify the system as the consistent, dependent, consistent, independent, inconsistent. Then choose the best description of the solution. If the system has exactly one solution, or give its solution. All right, so what are those terms mean? Consistent mean cross. So consistent mean they will cross. Inconsistent mean they don't cross, which mean they parallel. Dependent, which mean they on top of one another. Dependent, which mean one line depend on the other line, so they are together. Like this, they side by side, like on top, literally on top of each other. Okay, so seeing they on top, they will be consistent because they touch everywhere. They cross everywhere. Independent mean they don't cross. As you see, two lines, sorry, they're not on top of each other. And you see right here, consistent mean they cross. Independent mean they're not on top of each other. So this look like this. Consistent mean they cross everywhere, or they touch everywhere. Dependent mean on top of each other. All right, so now we look at system A. Look at the graph. As we see that they cross at one point, which is right here. The coordinate is 0, comma 1. Okay, this one cross and they're not on top of each other, so that will be consistent, independent. Okay, the solution is what we have here, 0, 1. Okay, lines are parallel, which means they don't cross each other. It's going to be inconsistent. The solution, there's no solution because they don't cross. There's no solution. All right, the next one is look weird, right? You just see one line, but there's two, like L1 and L2, means that they on top of each other. That's why they only see one. You only see one line. So that means it's consistent because they cross everywhere. Okay, and it's dependent because they're on top of each other. Solution gonna be infinitely many solution. Okay, we're gonna talk one more. I'm gonna go over one more problem on the next. Go over the next problem. All right, so this one is consistent independence. The solution is where they cross, which is 0, comma 1. And system for the second one, they parallel, so it's inconsistent. They don't cross, and no solution. This one, they cross everywhere, so it's dependent, and solution is infinitely many solution. All right, we're heading to problem number 4. All right, now this time we just look at this. I don't explain this a lot here. So this is one line, L1 and L2 mean that they're on top of each other, which mean they dependent. One depend on the other. They stuck together. Solution is many solution because they cross everywhere. Over here, they do cross as one point. So that will be consistent but independent because they don't line up, they don't on top of each other, so it's independent. And solution is where they cross. So in this case, it's 0, 3. 0, go to 3, 0, comma 3. Over here, they parallel, which means it's inconsistent because they don't cross, and it's no solution, again, because they don't cross. All right, number 5. Okay, so a similar one. So this one, they cross, but they're not on top of each other. So consistent, independent. Solution is -2, up 1, -2, 1. This one, 2 lines on top of each other, they dependent. And solution is many because they cross everywhere. Over here is inconsistent because they don't cross. Solution is no solution. All right, number 6. Okay, now we're going to graph the linear equation. We're going to look at the first equation. Negative 2x plus y equal to 4. There's multiple ways to graph a linear equation. I prefer to use rise over run because that's the easiest one to do. But to be able to do that, you need y by itself. So first you're going to do is add 2x on both sides. Okay, to isolate the y will be by itself, equal to, please do not add this up. Just write them side by side. It's 2x, and this one is plus 4. They are not like terms. The 2 has x, and 4 doesn't have x. They're not like terms, so you just write them side by side. So by doing that, you have y equal to mx plus b. That is the slope-intercept form, which you can pull out. The m is 2 over 1, right? Because 2 is the whole number, you need rise over run, you need to put it over 1. B is 4. B equal to 4, which is your beginning. So you begin at 4, and then go up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. All right, so I will go ahead and do this. Begin at 4 and up 2 over 1. Click the pencil, that's fine. Click your beginning at 4 and you go up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Up. From this point, up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. You can make as many points as you want. It doesn't have to be 2 points. Okay. All right, so that's the first line. Now we're going to graph the second line. Y equal to 1/2 x minus 2. Okay, do not let 1/2 freak you out. We want a fraction. Okay. Y equal to mx plus b. So that will let you know that m is 1/2 to do rise over run. And your b is -2. Make sure you take the negative sign with it. B is -2. So you're beginning at -2. Okay, rise over run. Rise 1 and run 2. So from your beginning, you rise up 1 and run 2. 1, 2. Up 1 and run 2. Then we can draw the line, go through them. This, and this. And then we draw the line. All right, so we're going to check out where do they cross each other. They cross as this point, and this is our solution. They cross at -4. Make sure, in this case, make sure x go first, -4, comma -4. Okay, in this case, they both is -4, so it's hard to tell, but x, y value, x always go first. All right, so our answer in the solution box, you need to make parentheses, -4, comma, -4, and then close the parenthesis. Check. Easy. All right, number 7. Okay, number 7, y equal to -1/2. Y equal to -1/2 x plus 1. So same formula. We're going to write down y equal to mx plus b. Your slope is -1/2. M is -1/2. And your b is 1. So you will begin at 1. Begin at 1. Right? And -1/2 is rise over run. But since it's -1, instead of go up, you're going to go down. We're going to go down 1 and run 2. Go down 1 and run 2. 1, 2. Down 1 and run 2. And that's it. Okay. Now we can go ahead and draw the line. Go through those 3 points. All right. What we're going to do is graph the second equation. -2x plus y equal to -4. So same idea. You want y by itself, right? So what we're going to do is do the opposite operation. This is -2x. What we do is add 2x on both sides. Y equal to 2x minus 4. Y equal to mx plus b. So m is 2 over 1, and b is -4. Okay, so I'll be beginning at -4. Okay, and 2 over 1 mean you go up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. So it's obviously, we can see they cross right there. So now what we're going to do is draw the line, go through 3 points. Okay, and they cross at, I need to clear up all the drawing because that is on the point that I cannot read. So if you need to copy this down, go ahead, pause the video. All right, so they cross at this point, which is, look like it's 2, 0, 2, 0. Okay, solution will be parenthesis 2, 0. And close it. That's it. All right, so now we're heading to number 8. Okay, so number 8 is a similar one. We already have 2 examples. I'm going to move on from number 8. All right, number 9. Lucy will rent a car for a day. The rental company offered 2 pricing options, option A and option B. For each price option, cost in dollars depend on mile driven, as shown below. So as you see that the graph has 2 lines, with the x value is the miles driven, and y value is the cost in dollars, right? So the blue line is for option B, and the red line for option A. All right, so we're gonna read the question and analyze the graph to make sure that we understand this fully and we can answer the question correctly. If Lucy drives a rental car 200 miles, which option costs more? Okay, which option will cost more for 200 miles? Cost more, 200 miles. So here's 200 miles. Which one will cost more? For option B is the blue line. It's going to cost about $90. Okay, and for option A, you have to go a little bit higher. So that will be $100 for option A. So which one costs more? The answer will be option A. Right? And how much more? How much more does this cost than the other option? So be careful. It's not going to be 100. It's how much more. So you're going to do is subtract them. Subtract these 2 numbers. 100 minus 90 is going to be $10 more. Okay. Now, for what number of miles driven do the 2 options cost the same? Okay. at what what is the number of miles that two options are cost the same? So which means it's going to be the solution of these two lines is where they cross each other. So at this one, 100 miles, they both will cost about $60. Both options will have the same cost when you drive 100 mile exactly. Then they're gonna cost $60. So for what miles? So the answer is 100 miles. Okay. And if Lucy drive more than this amount, which option costs more? If Lucy drive more than this amount, which one costs more? So more than this amount, let's be generous. Let's say 300 miles. So we're gonna look at this one, 300 mile. Who's gonna cost more? Option B or option A? And it's obviously higher you go is more you're gonna pay. Option A, you have to pay around 140, and option B, you only pay 120. So option A will cost more when you drive more than 100 miles, and that's it. Okay. So if you need more time, guys, pause the video or rewatch this part, question 9. Okay, I definitely gonna go over one more problem, which is problem 10. It's gonna be a similar one. I want to make sure that we fully understand and we have enough example to do your homework. All right, Laura can choose plan A and plan B for her long distance charges. For each plan is cost in dollars, depends on the minute used per month as shown below. Okay, so minute used per month. So this is the minutes. Okay, and this is the cost in dollar. Okay, long distance call. Okay, so it's about calling long distance. Okay, if Laura make 275 minutes for long distance call for the month, which plan costs less? Okay, so we're gonna look at 275 minutes. All right, 275. Which one gonna cost less? Okay, so plan B at 275 will cost $20 as plan B, and plan A will cost about $22. Okay, so which one costs less? Of course, it's going to be plan B. How much less does this cost than other plan? So how much less? That would be 22 minus 20. The answer is 2. Sorry, let me move it down. For what number of long distance minutes do two plans cost the same? When is two plane cost the same? So when they cross each other. So at 250 minutes. 250 minutes when they cross each other. If the time spent on long distance call is less than the amount, which plane costs less? Okay. If the time spent on long distance call is less than this amount, so if it's less than this amount, which plane costs less? Okay, less than this amount to make it convenient. I'm gonna say it's 100. Let's say if we call 100 minutes, who gonna cost less? Okay, at plane A, which is a blue line, it's gonna cost $8 for 100 minutes long distance call, and plan B is gonna cost the same as $20. So if you call less than 250, plan A is the better option. Okay, with plan cost less, so that will be plan A. All right, so make sure you read the question carefully. Sometimes they ask you which one costs more, which one costs less. For less than that amount, so just pick a random number so you have a visual to see to see the cost of both plans to compare them. All right, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this video helped you with your homework. See you on the next video.